Imagine being trapped in a world where your mind races with brilliant ideas, but your lips can't utter a single word. Imagine trying to scream for help, for love, for understanding, but silence is all that escapes you. Now imagine changing the world from that silence. This is the story of a boy from rural Indiana who couldn't speak a single word, but somehow taught the entire world to listen. Ethan Brooks was born on a chilly October morning in Terre Haute, Indiana. From the outside, he looked like any other child. Bright eyes, a soft smile, always attentive. But by the time he turned 2, something was different. He didn't babble. He didn't say mama or dada. While other toddlers stumbled through words, Ethan remained eerily silent. After countless tests and specialist visits, Ethan was diagnosed with nonverbal autism. His parents, Claire and Daniel, were shattered. The world suddenly seemed 1,000 times louder, and their child lost in its noise. But Ethan, he wasn't lost. He was just unheard. To the outside world, Ethan was broken. In kindergarten, other kids whispered, "Why doesn't he talk? Is he dumb? He's weird." Teachers tried, therapists pushed flashcards in his face, but no one really listened. And maybe that's the pain that many watching this feel too, the pain of being invisible. Maybe your voice has been ignored, your ideas dismissed, your worth doubted, not because you have nothing to say, but because no one stopped to hear you. Ethan lived that pain every day. But in that silence, something powerful was forming. One day, while visiting a community center in Indianapolis, Ethan's mother met a woman named Grace Myers, a specialist in assistive technology. She introduced them to AAC devices, augmentative and alternative communication. One in particular stood out, a sleek tablet with a custom-built interface allowing nonverbal users to form sentences through images and sound buttons. When they placed it in front of Ethan, he stared at it for 5 minutes straight. Then slowly, he tapped, "Blue button, I, go." His mother broke down in tears. It was the first sentence she had ever heard from her son. From that day forward, everything changed. Ethan began using the device daily, building complex sentences, asking questions, even cracking jokes. His thoughts, once locked away, were finally stepping into the light. At school, students began to notice, not just that he could communicate, but that he was brilliant. Math problems that took others 10 minutes took Ethan 2. His memory was flawless. He could solve puzzles without a hint of hesitation. By age 12, Ethan was reading at a college level. His voice, mechanical though it was finally being heard. But the world isn't always kind to brilliance that doesn't look or sound normal. When Ethan tried to join a STEM club in middle school, he was told it's hard to include someone who can't keep up with conversations. At a science fair, his winning robotics project was accused of being done by his parents because no one believed he could have built it. Even online, when he started a YouTube channel sharing tutorials using his AAC device, commenters mocked his robotic voice. The noise of doubt threatened to drown him again. But Ethan was no longer the boy hidden behind silence. He had found his voice, and he wasn't letting go of it. At 15, Ethan discovered something that would change everything. The Global Youth Innovation Summit in New York City, a place where teen inventors from around the world gathered to pitch life-changing ideas. Ethan knew what he wanted to do: design a low-cost, AI-powered AAC device that kids in poor and rural communities could afford. Because he knew what it felt like to not have a voice, and he wanted no other child to feel that way again. But there was a problem. To be accepted, he had to present live, on stage, in person. The night before the summit, Ethan sat alone in his hotel room. His device had glitched earlier that day during a mock presentation. The team running the event had warned him, "If it fails during your pitch, we can't allow a redo." He stared at the screen for hours. The pressure, the risk, the judgment. What if they laugh? What if it crashes? What if I fail? He typed a single sentence to his mom. "Red button, I want to go home." She sat next to him, silent. Then she said, "Do you know what geniuses do, Ethan?" He looked at her. "They stay when it's hard, and they speak when it's scary." The next morning, Ethan walked onto that stage, AAC tablet in hand, heart pounding. The audience was filled with tech CEOs, journalists, and innovators from 30 countries. He stood at the podium, silence. Then, "Hello, my name is Ethan Brooks. I was born without a voice, but I was never without something to say." For 10 minutes, he presented his invention, eVoice, an affordable, offline-compatible AAC tool powered by machine learning, designed for kids in low-income areas. When he finished, there was a pause. Then, a standing ovation. Some people were crying. Others were furiously scribbling notes. One judge walked straight to the stage and shook his hand. Ethan won first place at the summit. But more than that, his story went viral. His presentation was uploaded to YouTube and within days had over 12 million views. Celebrities shared it. Schools started raising funds for eVoice. By 17, Ethan had received a $1 million grant to distribute his devices to schools and therapy centers across the US. Tech companies reached out to collaborate, universities offered him scholarships, but Ethan wasn't interested in fame. He was interested in impact. He wasn't just speaking, he was being heard. By age 21, Ethan Brooks had distributed over 50,000 eVoice devices across the US, parts of Mexico, and even rural Africa. He founded an organization called the Quiet Mind Project, dedicated to helping nonverbal children access communication tools and education. He became the youngest recipient of the Presidential Medal of Innovation. People no longer introduced him as the boy who can't speak. Now they called him the man who taught the world to listen. Today, Ethan lives in California, running his nonprofit, speaking at universities with his now ultra-advanced AI voice assistant, and mentoring young inventors with disabilities. He's never spoken a single word out loud, but millions have listened to what he had to say. Your voice isn't just in your mouth, it's in your ideas, your heart, your persistence. And no matter how quiet the world tries to make you, if you don't give up, they will hear you. Do like, share, and subscribe.